hours of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This is Tony Pollard. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Prescott to throw it. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On third down, it's Prescott. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Juice. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
25 yards the pick up there, and also a first down. Gibson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Gurley will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
They had 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. And Hopkins' kick is good. And it's 3-0 Washington. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 30 big ones. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. The first down carry by Elliott. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8 absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 15-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Caught on the slant. Touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Randy Gregory able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Penn State, Micah Parsons. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Elliott running right. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Swinging this out for Pollard. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
From the 29, Rodgers. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On the counter, Gibson. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Second and 9 at the Cowboys' 48-yard line.
$10-3 our score after one here on EA Sports.
Hey, we got 4 down.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Washington on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Rodgers. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a give to Gibson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Rodgers going to throw. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. Oh, some strong running. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 21. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 45 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rodgers. This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But 3rd down coming up. So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Here's Rodgers to throw. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Hopkins' kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain it. And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy. Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. And this one quickly to Lamb. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 41-yard line. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the 1st half. It's a 1st down. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. Touchdown, Cowboys! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Zerline good with a PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. DeAndre Carter returning it. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A handoff for Gibson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he'll take this one down to the 36. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Penn State, Micah Parsons. And the Cowboys are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Draw play, Elliott. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Prescott from the gun.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Landon Collins. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Rodgers' throw taken in by Samuel. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well inside the 25.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And again, it's Rodgers. This is brought in by Gibson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout,
as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On first down, Rodgers. This is caught.
Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson.
His 19th touchdown now on the season.
And Washington has made this a 1-score game.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is down to 4.
17. Washington.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Elliott a first down and more. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. Now the Cowboys are going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Prescott looks to throw on first. And Prescott, his third interception. Picked off by Corn Elder. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. So we've reached halftime here at our nation's capital with the Washington football team on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Second half starts with a run by Gibson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches. On first down, right back to Gibson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Jabril Cox there on the tackle.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Steps away to his left. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
What a savvy read by the running back. He saw his quarterback was out of the pocket in a little bit of trouble. He just broke off his route and took off deep downfield. Thought for a second there they had him, but they were unable to connect for a big play.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. He's got a man, complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Back to the ground with Gibson.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 9. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. De'Ami Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Hopkins with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now Pollard. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Oh, Prescott stripped. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Throwing, Prescott. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Here's Brian Anger now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Here comes Carter. Dances by him. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like 2 excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. I've heard you say that so much of being a great inside linebacker is diagnosis, and that time he diagnosed things instantly, made a beeline for the football. On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson. Touchdown! Antonio Gibson with touchdown number 20 on the year, and Washington is able to stretch their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now Pollard. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just.
I tell you, you don't have press conferences when you sign guys like this. He's been a real difference maker so far. There's now 2 interceptions for him in the game. And when you're getting contributions up and down your 53-man roster, you're going to be all right.
On 1st down, it's Gibson. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Second and 9.
Now Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
And the Cowboys will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
First down, Prescott.
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And what a great call defensively there, because they decided to bring pressure off the corner. And a lot of times, those big linemen, they can't account for the speed of a defensive back. And that time, he made a beeline right for the quarterback and got him. The cat blitz, tough to defend.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Schultz. And I think the ball's out.
And it's Washington that scoops it up. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Once more, Gibson.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Washington on 3rd down.
They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right.
He's got it to Gibson.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Gibson.
It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Well, if this defense has any hopes of getting back into this game, They've got to start right here and keep these guys out of the end zone. That's a good step one on that play.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line.
57 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
And Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he has none. They rally up to stop him short of the marker.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. This looks like a free play for Prescott. And now here's another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one one bit.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's
36. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Play action now. Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
Able to hit his target, Lamb.
How did he stay on his feet? Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it.
And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run here with Gibson. 89 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's a 1st down and more for Gibson. And down to the 28-yard line. 13 yards there and a Washington 1st. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. 2nd down and 8. They run the toss now with Gibson. Down to the 25. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Washington on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 7. They run the counter. Gibson. And he's going to have a 1st down on a gain of about 10, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll run on 1st down. It's Gibson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the 1st down. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
It's 4th down. Dustin Hopkins for the Washington field goal. A 25-yard attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. So one play and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Prescott.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 20. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Washington,
it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Dallas, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.